The 2010 National Alumni Association Special Achievement Award is presented to Sharon Davis Howard. In her 32 years of civic and professional life, Sharon Howard has amassed a cache of honors, and almost all of them contain the words service, distinction, excellence, or community. The 1978 communications graduate made the Dayton Daily News Top 10 Women, and a nationwide group named her among the top 10 African American women. Another award bears the name Coretta Scott King, and last year, Sharon was inducted into the Ohio Women's Hall of Fame. She's received awards at every level for her work as a TV journalist, and she's known as a mobilizer extraordinaire. But Sharon, now the Director of Marketing and Communications for the Dayton Development Coalition, takes the most pride in the Crown Jewels of Dayton project. It started in 2001 as a fashion show of Sunday church hats, and it's become an annual event with a popular calendar that has raised almost $100,000 for mammograms and other tests for local women in need. Sharon's been pleased at the success of Crown Jewels, and even more so that the $10 calendar makes it possible for anyone to contribute to the cause, regardless of wealth. This inclusiveness is a value Sharon picked up from her youth, from her college days at UD, and from her service on the Dayton Urban League. Sharon often quotes her wise grandmother in saying, "Service is the price you pay for the space you occupy." Longtime friend Vicki Edwards Giambrone says Sharon embodies this wisdom well. Her grandmother would be proud. For these achievements and her service to the community, the University of Dayton National Alumni Association is proud to bestow its 2010 Special Achievement Award on Sharon Howard.
I am one of 5 children who were fortunate enough to grow up in a family with both parents who valued an education. I was an African-American girl, middle-class family, grew up in West Dayton, went to an all-black high school. That's my story. I always knew I would go to college because that is what I heard in my house. I was fortunate enough to have been accepted to numerous universities, but I knew UD was the place for me. And that might sound odd to you because remember, I'm that inner city girl who had little to no means. What would draw me to a private Catholic campus? I learned about the University of Dayton from my father. He was the face of UD for me. He was an alum and an educator. In the beginning, my college career was like starting a journey into the unknown, and that can sometimes be daunting. But it didn't take me long to figure out that I was among strong, committed, courageous, competent students, faculty, and staff. Our numbers were many. We were the brook, each of us, all of us, who combined to make a mighty river. We were that endless ocean of men and women taking advantage of the day's choices and capable of overcoming tomorrow's challenges. It was on this campus that I learned life is an act of faith. I learned here that success doesn't come easy. I learned that sometimes you have to understand that it's not going to be a microwave quick fix, something that you can pop in and put on 10 minutes defrost and 4 minutes high heat. I learned here that it wasn't going to be Federal Express and arrive where you live by 3 p.m. the next afternoon. I learned here that it wasn't going to be a DVD or CD, something that you could pop in or pop out. There in the mainstream of that experience, there was a brook. And I thought about those images when I sat down to write my remarks. My foundation was molded and set at this university. I've tried to live a life of service and have managed to use a public platform to speak up, particularly for women and girls. I believe that we have to speak up for women in our communities who are raising children on minimum wage, women who can't afford health care or child care, girls who feel that they don't belong or have low self-esteem. I want to speak up for mothers who are fighting for good schools, safe neighborhoods, For older women, some of them widows who have raised their families and now find that their skills and life experiences are not valued. For women who are working all night as nurses, hotel clerks, and fast food cooks, just so they can be at home during the day with their children. Speaking to you today, I speak for them, just as each of us should speak up for women and girls around the world who are denied the chance to go to school or see a doctor or own property or have a say about the direction of their lives and still manage to make things happen. As I conclude, I want to personally celebrate each of the honorees this evening. I want to remind each of you that the greatest exploits in this world are not in the movies. With courage and character, you step into the role life hands you. With dignity and discipline, you play that role to the best of your ability. No props, no pyrotechnics. You simply walk out and give life your best performance. No stunt doubles, no stand-ins, no rehearsals, no retakes. I may not know the particulars of your life, but I do know that you are on that stage for a reason. I know that at some point you made a cold, calculated commitment to create your future, to write and perform your own script, to become the star of your own production. While others wished, you worked. While others made excuses, you made changes. The very reason others quit is the reason you are unstoppable. I have come before each of you this evening to say that when the brook meets the mighty river, I must stand and give testament, as did poet and author Mari Evans, when she declared, "I am a Black woman, tall as a cypress, strong beyond all definition, still defying all place and time and circumstance, assailed, impervious, indestructible. Look at me and be renewed." Thank you, Vicki Giambrone, and thank you all.